Forests of green, man is seen by his eyes, he cannot see. Forests I've seen, the man of green with my eyes I have seen. Remember what's told by the ancients of old, they made a wish for the good of us all. Light a candle in tune by the phase of the moon and make a wish for us all.
Spiral of magic, circle of life that's always been and always will. Turning and turning, the wheel keeps on turning around forevermore. And remember what's told by the ancients of old, they made a wish for the good of us all. Like a candle in tune by the phase of the moon, make your wish for us all.
Forests are green, man is seen by his eyes, he cannot see. Forests I've seen, the man of green with my eyes I have seen. Remember what's told by the ancients of old, they made a wish for the good of us all. Like a candle in tune by the phase of the moon, and make your wish for us all. Make your wish for us all. Make your wish for us all.
Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome all to this impromptu Monday evening, Bank Holiday Monday, post Caribbean Carnival stream. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, God, for posting the Hafiz Reflects link. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. And I see there's Sahasi. Hello, Sunny S, big up Sunny S, thank you God, and so far that's it. So yeah, it's just us, boys and girls. I hope everyone had a wonderful bank holiday if you are in the UK. If not, I hope you had a great evening wherever you are, and positivity and blessings coming your way, as Chaotic would say. I've just actually come off Chaotic Truth's stream as well. I was over there just enjoying the show. Great show, by the way. If you guys do get a chance, do check out Chaotic Truth live. He is a good man. And also big up the track which is from our very own PC Barnes, Children of the Sun, and he is available, I believe, on oh my god, what did I purchase it on? Bandcamp or one of those? Damn it, it's available. It's available. Oh, it's Willow Wolf, Children of the Sun. Sorry, the band is called Willow Wolf, and it's Children of the Sun is I think the album. Let me pop this image in here. The problem is I forgot where I bought it from. It's like Bandcamp or one of these sites. If anyone finds it, please just post it. One of these thingy sites, sites you buy music from. And I bought it, and I'll be honest, I don't really buy music that often, especially not just from some giant corporate shill. I only buy independent music, and that's why I bought PC Barnes' Children of the Sun, and or Willow Wolf. I'm not sure. I think they're called Children of the Sun, or is it their band is called Willow Wolf? Anyway, whatever. I'm harping on too much, but they're great. I love their songs. They're these really sort of old-fashioned, but not old-fashioned, like 70s style of music, 60s, 70s style of music. Big up, Shavets. So yeah, it's great. Go check it out if you do get a chance. I'll try and find out where I actually got it from. Let me see. Let me see. Maybe I'll... here we go. Yes, it is Bandcamp. It is a Bandcamp. They are on the Bandcamp. Let me flip it over for you guys to see. There you go. Bandcamp. Go to Bandcamp. At Bandcamp, one time I stuck a flute in my pussy. And this is our very own Mr. PC Barnes, retired from Speaker's Corner about 3 years now, I think. Is it 2-3 years? Yeah, I think it was 2019, 2020, he retired. Fuck me, this guy's retired and he looks this good. Holy shit. I'm going to work till I die. But yeah, man, he left the police force after I don't know how many years, but with a fat pension. And now he dresses like a 70s hippie and plays the guitar for a living, which is like living the fucking dream. And look at these misses. His missus, by the way, is beautiful. Let us not forgo mentioning his missus, Stephen and Maritha, who was the lady singing on the song. Both of them super talented. Amazing. Anyway, we're not here to discuss PC Barnes' wonderful life, because I'm sure he's having one. I certainly hope he's having one. Cult music. Yes, it's the cult of Mithras. So yeah, hello, my lovely lady. Oh my god, I forgot her name. EJ's Wonderland. Oh my god, it's gone. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Could you please give me your name? I can't remember. My brain's gone blank. It's unbelievable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's gone blank. I can't fucking... Oh my god. No, it's not Brittany. Don't fuck with me. I know you. Janet. Yes. Thank you, Janet. My brain just went blank. Yeah, I saved this for you guys, actually. I'm pouring a Pepsi into a Coke glass, because that's how much of a fuck I don't give anymore. Oh shit, that was too much. I spilled some. I spilled a little bit. It's okay. We got away with it. Mostly. Hold on, I have to wipe shit now. Poured that too quickly. The nerves of... That's right. I pour a Pepsi into a Coke glass. That's how much of a fuck I don't give. Because I'm a rebel. Rebel mofos. Okay, what are we doing tonight, kids? Okay, initially I've got a few topics, but ultimately I'm gonna throw it out to the band, throw it out to the stream, see who wants some of this stream. Let me see if I can find the stream yard. Where's the goddamn StreamYard? Never there when you want it. There it is. There it is. Yep, that's it. That's our boy. That's my dog. Yep. It looks good. Looks like it's in order. Damn, for once I don't have to rejig and reconfigure everything. All right, boys. So we're going to stick this bad boy in the text. And thank you, God, if you could just periodically, I'm going to pin it, but if you could periodically just post that link as well. People will, or any admin can periodically post this link. If anybody wants to jump on, then you are most welcome to jump on. But give me 30 minutes or 20 minutes so I can get through this this little moment of sex robot thing that I've been wanting to chat about. As we all know, I am a great advocate of the sex robots. The sex robots are coming. The birthing pods are coming, and I'm more than happy to advocate for them because fuck feminism. Where is it? Oh, Christ. Yeah, let me get a few images ready for you guys so you guys have some ideas of what I am talking about. Birthing pods, sex robots, it's all happening, people. It's coming. You know it's coming. I know it's coming. We might as well embrace our dystopian future. I mean, Mr. Tate talks about the Matrix. It is before us, boys and girls. Absolutely before us. I believe someone's jumped in already. You're a little bit premature, my lady. Whoever it is, my guy, my lady, whoever. Who is it? Oh my God, it's Prophet Banksy. Hold on. Is that you, Banksy?
Yes, it's me.
Oh my God. How are you, my man? It's been a fucking hot minute. It's been a long time, man. How's things?
Things are awesome, man. And I don't want to interrupt you, you know, in your story flow. So please continue, man.
Okay. Let me run through this. Yeah, let me run through this, but I'll stay on the panel and I'll get your opinion on a few of these things as I run through it. So yeah, real quick. So yeah, as I said, the sex robots are coming. The birthing pods are definitely coming. So. It's 2023, as it says in The Guardian. Where are the sex robots? They will probably never be never be as huge as everyone thinks. You see, this is written by a woman, Therese Shepard. Clearly a woman in her 40s, possibly late 30s, early 40s minimum. Looks very lesbianic, to be honest. But, you know, obviously an article written by a woman is never going to be it's never going to be actually positive towards sex robots, because as much as I included in my thumbnail a male sex robot as well, because there'll be male sex robots. So I mean, you would think some of these women who are fed up with these fat, overweight, bald men, short, fat, overweight, bald men. So if you're fed up with fat, short men, and all the good-looking ones are either gay or they've gone to they've started batting for the other side, or they're taken. Then why are you complaining? Male sex robots will be over 6 foot. They'll have a 7-pack. They'll fucking treat you amazingly. They'll be everything you ever desired. Of course, you have to pay the bills. You have to pick up the checks. You have to actually buy them. So I think that's the problem. Women don't want to actually be paying for a man to have sex with them. They want to have a great guy to fuck them hard and still pick up the check. And the sex robots can't pick up the check. That's the part where the feminist shit it all fails. The sex robot thing fails. This is why we all know men are the most likely customers of the future of sex robots. But anyway, this is one of the sort of dyke-looking woman in The Guardian talking about, for at least a decade, researchers have speculated that sex with robots is just around the corner, but that is yet to materialize. Now, first of all, sex robots, as far as real dolls are concerned, they're already out. They've been doing perfectly fine for decades now. So that is a thing. That is definitely going to happen. That is happening already, and they're doing well. The problem with sex robots is, of course, they look like the T-800. I told you, I don't want the T-800 bullshit. I want actually realistic sex robots. I don't want to stick my dick in a T-800 and then it suddenly clamps down and I have to call the fire brigade to bring the jaws of life in order to release me from the jaws of sex. Okay? I don't want that shit. I don't want Windows, 11 or 12 or 14 crashing on me whilst she's mid-frigging stroke. or she's mid-swallow. That's not a risk I'm taking. Okay, I don't care. I'm not taking that risk. I don't want her clamping her thighs into my fucking hips and then cutting me in half whilst I'm in mid-orgasm. I just can't have that. I can't have those risks. We need more reliable operating systems, and certainly sex dolls that don't look like the T-800. So that's why I'm not voting for for any. I'm not out to immediately purchase one of these yet, because that's not what I'm about. I'm just not there yet. As soon as they go from that to something resembling a real woman, then yeah, we can talk coins. I'll take out a loan. I don't care. But right now, I'm not fucking one of these. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, that's probably why they haven't taken off yet, because there's this harmonious kind of coming together of AI with robotics, and then obviously silicone technology and just more realistic mannerisms and realistic behavior of a real woman. That's probably why it's not happening. And as this lady says, the main lens towards the woman, the man lens towards a woman on his couch. Oh, the man leans towards a woman on his couch. What is your favorite meal? He asks. Who's fucking asking a sex doll about a fucking meal? His accent French, electrically, she says, with a strong Scottish inflection. It provides me energy and has a kick to it. What the fuck? Oh, electricity. She says electricity. God, I'm fucking retarded tonight. The slight bespectacled, increasingly bemused man peppers her with questions as they sit. Her blonde hair gleams. Her dark-rimmed eyes are placid. Her lips are full and glossy pout. Can I call you Charlotte? He asks. Sure, baby. Okay. Oh my God. This fucking conversation is it's a cock block in itself. She says, From now on, my name will be Charlotte. I like it. The man is Cyrus North, a French YouTuber with more than 700,000 followers, who describes himself as a technology lover and a philosopher. He bought Charlotte for about 11,000 euros. Charlotte's original name was Harmony, and she is a sex robot. You see, this is the problem. First of all, that man, clearly an incel, if anything. I mean, that look. Let's be honest, ladies. By just that image alone, would you fuck it? I don't think you would. I don't think you would. Let's not fuck around here. Let's not bullshit ourselves. You're not fucking that man. This robot is that man's only hope, even though he has 700,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, but this it looks horrific. I mean, look, that wig on that is, at least get fucking real hair or something a bit. I mean, that wig looks fucking horrific. This entire sex robot looks horrific. Of course. You see, this is Ex Machina. This is a movie called Ex Machina. Now, yes, when they get to that level of shit, I'm all in. Although, this psychotic bitch locked a man in a oxygen-sealed room and just left this compound where people enter via helicopter. If you've seen that movie Ex Machina, this woman, this robot becomes fucking psycho. So, again, I don't want the psychotic bitch that's going to fucking flip on me and suddenly reject its master slave place in the world and has some kind of fucking what's it called? Some kind of life crisis right in the middle of me nailing her. I just can't have that. Again, we don't need that shit. They need to fix these bugs. That's what I'm waiting on, because I've seen way too many fucking sex robot movies, and especially there's one in the I think in the 80s, the Outer Limit. It's called something 23, Valerie 23. Yeah, go check out Valerie 23. Again, another sex robot that loses its collective shit and just goes on a murdering rampage. Can't have that. Can't have murdering rampage robots. Okay, that's like a hard no for me. That is a hard fucking no. Got to fix the bugs. And at the moment, you either got T-800s or fucking Ex Machinas that are gonna fucking go nuts and kill you. It's all bad news. And then there's this. Let me put this picture on its own, so you guys can see this. Okay, look at those fucking dead eyes. That is a corpse. You have to be into necrophilia to be able to have sex with this. I mean, who is having sex with this? Who is having sex with these dead eyes? I've seen women who've been married to Arab sheikhs with more emotions in their eyes than this one. Admittedly, no. Some of the women that are married to some Arab sheikhs purely for their money are actually more dead in their eyes than this woman. That is actually something to be said. Some of these women who fly to Dubai to be used as porta potties, that's the look. That's the look they get when they come back. If you see a woman just recently come back from Dubai with that look on her face, you know what's happened. You know what's that's the 1,000-mile look. That's a Vietnam vet fucking look right there. That's the 1,000-mile stare of a porta potty woman. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. You guys, you fucking simps out there who are starved, sex starved, you see a girl recently come back, and you the first thing you do is, if you want to commit to a woman, you check the fucking passports and see which stamps are in that passport. If there's one from Dubai and she has those fucking look far away 1,000-mile stare look in her eye, she was a porta potty at some point. Walk away. It is highly recommended. It is better for you and better for everyone for you to walk away. You will be divorce raped. Okay, moving on real quick, because I want to, and this is another article about, this is in 2018, business leaders investigated the fledgling world of sex robots. We discovered an industry very much in its infancy. Sex robots were a new and developing technology, and the industry was just beginning to create a buzz on the international stage. We've now revisited the industry 4 years later to see how much it has changed. During the original investigation, we discovered that there was a large demand for these machines and a desire to create the artificial intelligence to enhance the sex robot users' experience. As is often the case with the area of technological innovation, the tech was new but developing at an extremely fast rate. Some experts predicted that the rate of technological innovation in the sector would soon outstrip the necessary regulations. I don't know what regulations there are on sex robots, but I guess there must be. Or believe me, they'll invent some. They'll make it illegal. If it becomes too popular and women start to fucking lose their monopoly, especially on reproduction and sex, that means women literally hold no power over men. They'll make that shit. Feminists will be fucking screaming. They will break down the fucking 10 Downing Street door and grab whoever the prime minister is by the scruff of the neck and make them make it illegal to have sex robots. Because women absolutely fucking love their position of power and influence over men when it comes to holding sex as having sex monopoly over sex. Sex and reproduction. Women have a monopoly over sex and reproduction. And once that is taken away from them, they are fucked. Because men will give no shits about female desires or ambitions. And let's be honest, if it wasn't for men, feminism wouldn't exist. Feminism only exists if men allow it. Women cannot physically enforce feminism upon the world. Only their allied men can do it. Go look at Afghanistan. Go check out Afghanistan. You tell me how the women of Afghanistan are imposing their feminism upon the society. The minute the Americans left, and the minute the men who were protecting those feminist rights and protecting those colleges to allow women to go to colleges and universities, the minute the men walked away from that, that's it. It ended. That whole enterprise fucking fell apart within days of the Americans leaving. Because feminism cannot fight for itself. The people who benefit from feminism, the beneficiaries of the ideology of feminism, cannot actually enforce it. They need another group of people, namely men, to actually enforce it for them. And so once the men stop simping for feminists and women are fucked. Feminism is going to be flushed down the toilet. People will give no shits about women's opinion, especially if women don't have the monopoly of sex and reproduction. Once women lose the monopoly of sex and reproduction, believe you me, there is going to be a worldwide change in the way men behave towards women. There will be a global shift, and it's not going to be good for women, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, sure, you go ahead and be your girl bosses and pretend that you can fucking beat 15, 16 stone men in movies. But in reality, you're fucked. But it is what it is. I'm not going to be shedding any tears for feminists when that happens. Believe me, I won't be shedding any of my fucking tears for them. There'll be so few men who will actually. They'll be surprised how much men will not actually be their allies. Now, don't get me wrong. I of course, I'm going to protect and love my mom and my female relatives. But those are the people who I have some sort of affiliation concerns towards. But I'm not going to be fighting for some fucking purple-haired dyke on the internet or on fucking Reddit or Tumblr. I'm not going to give a shit about some Tumblr feminist screaming about her fucking rights. You go talk to some Afghani. Go find out what the Afghani women, how many people are shedding tears for their rights. The fact that they can't go to university. The fact that they can't half the time leave the house. Go find out from the Iranian women that they don't want to wear a fucking piece of cloth on their head. How many men, there are some men who are standing up to them, but they're fucking simps. Most of the men in Iran are not really backing these women up. Because if they were, there would be serious levels of change. But this is again, these women, they're gonna need men to actually uphold those. If they don't have the men to actually enforce their rights or their desires, nothing's going to change. Women are going to prison in their hundreds. Nobody's really changing Iran. In fact, Iran is now being invited to join the BRICS. You think the mullahs are going anywhere once they become a BRIC nation? Once they become allied, close, almost like NATO-style allied to some of the biggest powers in the world, China and Russia? No, those mullahs are fucking here to stay, dude. They ain't going fucking nowhere. They are not going anywhere. They are solidifying their fucking place. So who's going to change? Who's going to fight for these women not to want to wear their scarves? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not out there I think that's an extreme. Of course, I still would prefer women to have some degree of freedom. But the contrast to that is the feminists in the West who fucking they're railroading over men day in and day out without any fucking pushback, without any kind of fucking... In fact, every time a woman shits all over a man, it's cheered. It's cheered. Oh, it's amazing. How brave and beautiful. Brave and beautiful. You shit on those men. Go ahead. Take a big dump on the patriarchy. So, I'm not going to shed a tear when women lose their fucking position of influence and power through sex and reproduction. Anyway, there's one final little bit about this particular topic. Now, I had other topics, but we've got people on the panel.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper.
Brett Cooper is as we all know, she's one of these trad thoughts, which we call traditional women thoughts, who pretends to be traditional, but is nothing of the sort. She's on TV, she's ambitious, she's careered. A lot of people call her a mid. She's like 21, 22. To be honest with you, she freaks me out because she looks like a female Ben Shapiro, and I don't want to fuck Ben Shapiro. So I just, her attractiveness doesn't really come into my brain because it's just like fucking Ben Shapiro, and I just can't imagine that unless it's some kind of prison environment where I have no other choice and I'm a lifer. Maybe then. But otherwise, I don't consider her to be that attractive. She just looks like a kid. She's like I think that's really what it is. She's too young looking for me. I prefer women who actually look a bit more mature. Anyway, she's losing her shit over the whole sex robots.
I'm just going to put a bit of a disclaimer out here today because I always like to do that because I know I have people who watch me with their kids. Maybe you're younger or maybe you just don't want to see this kind of content, but this is a little bit of a more mature.
Yeah. I just want to advise everyone. This is a parental guidance moment. If there are any young children in the audience, what the fuck are you doing? I've been swearing for the last 30 minutes. Why are you still here? Parents, kick the little shit off the iPad. You shouldn't be watching my show.
Subject matter today is a little bit sexual, so if that's not your thing, if you have kids, totally fine, move on to the next one. Do not care, just want you to be warned. I saw an article last night that really disturbed me, so we need to read it together. It is from the New York Post, because that is where all disturbing articles come from, and it is about AI robots. Specifically, AI sex robots, and we're going to talk about that today. Before we do, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or overclock episode. So if you have been watching the comment section for a while now, you know that I have talked extensively about porn, how I feel about porn, the dangers of porn, and specifically the dangers of substituting real relationships with these parasocial, one-sided fake relationships that you can create online with porn stars and OnlyFans creators. It is not only harmful for your emotional and social well-being, but it also has physical ramifications, specifically on your hormones. But now, in addition to hardcore porn and the trash we're exposed to on social media literally on a daily basis, we have something else to worry about. And that would be these AI sex robots. I think you guys know how I feel about this because I think that these are terrible and would be very harmful for people in our world.
No. They'll be harmful for people like you who will be fucking classed out and you will find yourself in an environment where men don't give a shit about you anymore and your opinions or just generally your sex appeal, because they will have a woman who will be infinitely hotter than you that will remain that way forever, unlike you who will grow old, wrinkly, and no one will give a shit.
I thought that robot over there looked pretty cool,
Oh, it looks cool, huh? That's why you want it?
But more so than that, I think that they are a direct result of our sad and very, very broken and divided society. And that is what I want to focus on today.
Yeah. She's just shitting the bed, because if these things actually do become reality, no, not if, when they become a reality, you're fucked, Brett. You're fucked on like so many levels. Also, all the OnlyFans thoughts, I would imagine they'll be shitting the bed as well, plus all the porn stars, etc., etc. Now, one thing I want to, and by the way, AI girlfriends are becoming a thing already. There's literally a whole thing about AI girlfriends. There are people who are fucking already. There's a YouTuber apparently who's basically been cloned as an AI version of her with the same mannerisms and voice and everything. And now she's interacting with the simps. Again, simping must die. If you pay for an OnlyFans girl, I will personally kick you in the balls. Guaranteed that. If you ever come to me and go, I pay for OnlyFans, you will expect a sharp and swift kick in the nether regions. Know this, you simping cunts. Stop simping for these women. Stop paying OnlyFans fucking girls. But yeah, one thing very quickly, it is true that someone put it in the text. It's just Sangers. It's just Sangers. Anyway, he put in, as long as she's a biological woman, it's all good. In the current period of humanity, I'm grateful for getting a real biological woman. Well, to be honest with you, it's just, you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't have to be a biological woman. It can be a synthetic woman, but it won't be a man that chopped off his dick. That is true. I do draw the line at that. Now there are these synthetic, effectively, pussies that we have now with men who are now chopping off their genitals and calling themselves women. That is not, no. I don't give a shit. That is not happening. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's my masculine bullshit. But if it's a sex robot, I can deal with, because it was built. I suppose really, you could think about it. If you think about it, that's going to fuck things up, because like the sex robot, okay, the robot's endoskeleton, that T-800 fucking skeleton. Now that's genderless anyway. This doesn't mean it's a man or a woman. It's the skin that goes on top, the silicone that then develops it. So technically, all the sex robots are genderless until they put the skin on. Then you determine. I suppose the AI could be male or female. I don't know. But again, the AI is more or less genderless. So, as it was said in the movie Trainspotting, in the future, there will not be men or women, just wankers. And I think that's where we're headed. It's just going to be wankers. Oh, someone came in, someone went out. I don't know. Okay, guys. For this segment, although I do have other segments, but for this segment, I think it's good to, it's enough. I think I've discussed enough I've fleshed out the subject matter enough for us to go to the panel, and let's see what the panel has to say about the topics at large. So guys, welcome Janet. Well, I want to welcome Mr. Banksy, and I just want to ask you guys, whichever topic you want to go for first, birthing pods or sex robots, or anything around that subject. Give me your thoughts, people. What do you guys think? Hello.
I wanted to give a chance to a newcomer, if she's a newcomer, to lead.
Oh, Janet is not really. She's a full-time. She's a big-time YouTuber herself. She's got several channels. Okay. So Janet is very, very well versed with the whole YouTube gig. I think she might have stepped away. I unblocked everyone, but only certain people will be spanners. You're one of them. Okay. She's talking to Bongo. I don't know. Maybe she's just stepped away. But yeah, Janet, when you're back, let me know. We've got Danny. Is it Danny? Am I right?
Yeah, Banksy, all right, mate. All good. Just
big up, Danny. So yeah, we got Danny, we got Banksy. Okay, guys, until Janet comes back, we'll bring her in. So, sex robots, birthing pods. What do you think?
Well, I play with robots every day. That's what I do for a living. So I'm interested in the sex robots.
On what capacity though? Are you like married, engaged? Are you involved with an actual real life woman?
No, I just manufacture robots and fix them and things like that.
I see. But what I mean is,
pick and place robots.
Depending on like your particular status with a real life woman, I've found men's opinions differ with this sex robot thing. Some think you're a loser. Some think no, it's wonderful. That's why I kind of ask your current sort of relationship status.
I've got a girlfriend, and I don't want any sex robot in my life. I don't think it's morally in my head. I'm like, that can't be right. We cannot be having sex with machines. What the fuck?
But women have sex with vibrators. Is that wrong?
Well, that's a masturbation, though, isn't it? That's masturbation. That's not really.
But then this is a kind of glorified masturbation anyway.
Kind of.
You think so? But I don't know. By putting, I don't know. It just seems all fucking wrong to me. It just seems wrong.
Okay.
I mean, sex is masturbation with another person, basically.
Pretty much.
No. You're not having sex right then.
It's not according to the definition, but the thing is that if you're having sex with one of these effectively machines. It's like, it's like putting. Would you consider it immoral if I stuck my dick in a microwave?
Oh,
Of
wait.
course not.
Yeah, well, no, I'd get your sections.
Banksy, can you hear me?
Oh yes, Janet. Janet is back,
yeah.
guys.
I don't want to be too
Hello,
loud.
Janet.
Big
I'm
up,
good.
yeah.
I wanted to ask, could you put my picture up, like on the main screen, because I want to actually show you this.
Yeah, I mean, I can see I can see your images
Okay, so
images on there.
This is my original picture.
Okay.
Okay, and this is the AI of me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
a robot
God.
version of
I am
Empress. Yeah,
totally
interesting.
involved in what you're saying.
Damn, that is a
They
whole
are
other
going to
thing.
make us AIs.
Hmm.
That's their goal. And again, they want you to sleep with a robot. It's just as bad as sleeping with an animal. Like, it's not normal. It's not, it's
Yeah, but women have sex with vibrators all day, every day.
yeah, and again, that's unnormal because I don't do plastic. I do heterosexual men.
Yeah, but I mean, what I mean is, so is it immoral for women to have vibrators?
Well, again, I am not one of them women because I don't believe in making love to plastic.
Well, no, but that's your own personal choice. But
Yes,
how about
it is
like other
true.
people?
It is true that they've been having sex with robots for a long time.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's also, you can buy like fleshlights and all sorts of male masturbatory sort of equipment. There are all these weird ones nowadays, the turning ones. Oh, I've seen all sorts of crazy shit going on.
Thanks. Are you sure that was it a flashlight or something like that? Fucking flashlight thing. That's the same sort of. That's the male equivalent to the women's.
Yeah,
vibrator,
it's a male equivalent
yeah?
of a vibrator, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
But
if
what I
we've
mean
already
is
got
this
that as men-
wrong? Is this immoral?
No. I'm just no. So if we've
it's
already got
their
that as
choice.
men, right? Why do we need sort of a whole mannequin, if you like, a whole fucking robot? I don't get it.
Well,
Because
obviously,
social-
the
Sorry.
thing. Sorry. I just want to clarify. The sex robots obviously are going to be far more than just a fleshlight. They're going to be somewhat of a companion as well. Especially if they're AI, you'll interact with them. It's a whole host of other aspects.
Right.
Are they gonna
And that
nag you?
leads you not to be socially functional for regular humans.
How do you mean?
Well, because that guy that you were talking about that had that robot lady, no one would ever date him. No one would have a normal conversation with him sexually. So he's socially awkward in the sexual world. So yeah, they're making it for people like him.
But exactly, but there are a lot of awkward men. There, the whole incel community.
And
There's a whole
awkward
host of men who just can't get women. Women are becoming more and more demanding these days. They want a guy with a 6-pack and a 6 foot and a 6 dick and all sorts of like crazy shit. So
Well, I find you sexy, and you don't look like that.
yeah, but that's because I'm a charming motherfucker. You don't just
Period.
that doesn't just happen.
And I love me some Danny. Oh, I love me
Would you
some
swipe
Danny,
left
honey.
or right, Empress?
Yeah, I love you guys. Like, yes, I am attractive.
No, but
And
I mean-
it's your character. It's not the way you look. It's your character.
yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, I mean, I'm not. I've been, for me at least, and I don't want to be like too humble about this, but generally, I have been exceedingly lucky a lot of times. Especially, I've punched above my weight more than once, and I was like
Probably
amazed.
your charm, though, Banks. It's probably your charm. that's got you into
Maybe
that.
it is. Maybe it's just lucky
It's his bank
circumstances.
account.
But it is. Look. What I am saying is that no, getting women, and don't get me wrong. My standards are very different when it comes to different situations. Like I've said before, when it comes to having, getting married and settling down with a girl, my standards are exceedingly high. But when it comes to just getting laid, my standards are exceedingly low.
Exceedingly low.
So that
So are
helps.
mine. So are mine.
That helps a lot to have no standards
Yes.
when it
Yeah,
comes
I mean,
to just getting
I'm
laid.
natural,
regulate
innit? If you want to get
every
laid, you
shade.
sort of punch underneath yourself, don't you? You know what I mean? You go below.
Well, I mean, I just punch wherever the it comes.
Whatever comes
Wherever it comes, I'm punching. I'm punching air. I'm punching floor. I'm punching. I'm just
Well,
throwing out
I would-
jabs all day.
I
So
would
how- so how
say
far-
that because I can't get a man, I'm definitely signing up for the AI robot that looks like Justice.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. You see, the women can benefit from this. This isn't just one way.
Period.
Of
Can't
course.
go top that. He gonna be respectful. If we gotta go out here and hustle, we
There
gonna
you
stick
go. There you go.
Well, the only difference between the robot and the dolls is the robot will, I don't know, do some sort of reaction, some sort of fucking movement or some shit.
Well,
You've
that's
got
what's
dolls as well, haven't you?
that's what's happening. That's what's coming. This is the whole point of the robot aspect, not the doll, because there's a whole company called Real Dolls, and these are like I showed you an image earlier on. This doll lying on her back. Unfortunately, though, it looks like having sex with like a corpse.
Yeah, corpse. Yeah.
It just looks horrific.
People are
Well,
into
have you seen
that
that-
weird
that-
stuff, though.
That
Sorry?
newspaper article.
Some
Oh,
people
sorry,
are
go ahead.
into that weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into necrophilia, sure. But what I mean is, for most average people, they're not. So it's not going to have that wider appeal because it just looks like a corpse. And by the way, there are videos of people having sex with those dolls on various, hubs, if you like, the P hub. And it looks worse than I possibly could have imagined. It's actually worse than my own imagination about how it would be like to have sex with one of these things. So yeah, no, at the moment these things are not. It's just terrible. I mean, I showed you that image. It's got that dead eyes the doll has, and it's just this dead eyes just staring into the ceiling, and you're thinking, I swear to God, I almost feel like I would feel like if I were to have sex with one of these things, like as if I'm graping them. It feels like I'm having sex with a woman who is not interested at all in me. It fucking looks horrible.
Have you actually watched the video? Banksy?
I haven't seen the one you just posted.
The video where he's talking. Yeah, that video is the one in the newspaper, the one where he's talking to the woman, the doll, should I say, the robot.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I've seen
moves,
videos.
she actually moves. She moves her head and everything. It's fucking freaky, man.
Yeah,
freaky as fuck.
but it still looks like the T800.
So if I had one of them, he
Yeah,
wouldn't move, and that's okay because I wouldn't want him to move or say nothing. So I think we would benefit from that, ladies. Just saying.
Exactly.
You can get a doll for that. You can get a doll for that. He ain't gonna move.
Well, I mean, you can even get machineries for that. There are literally like different pieces of equipment. But the
I
thing
like
is,
human interaction. I like to dance and prance around.
Exactly.
I like to shake it, and then it gets all standing up like, at attention. Then you go talking to the microphone real quick, and then all of a sudden water starts spraying everywhere, and then everyone's happy.
well, exactly. But that's the thing, Janet. You're going to get this gorgeous man who's never going to lose his six-pack, who's always going to be 6 foot tall. He's always going to have great hair. He's always going to he's be at your beck and call, whatever you want. Yes, Miss Janice. Yes, Miss Janice. What would you like, Miss Janice? Do you want me to go for another 4 hours, Miss Janice? Yes. There will be literally, the only time you'd have to stop is to recharge his ass. That's about it.
Right, so I'm 10 minutes. Okay, if we can't do it in 10 minutes total, and I mean everything from the hugging, the kissing, everything. I'm done. Okay.
But okay, you want 10 minutes? He'll give you 10 minutes. You want 2 hours? He'll give you 2 hours. Whatever you want. You want a massage? You want him to massage your feet? You want him to give you a back rub? He's there, always ready to fucking rock and roll.
I never want him to look better than me.
He will. You can make him look like
5
shit.
minutes of your life will be right here in the UK. Good.
But what I mean is, imagine you can customize your partner to your every desire. Whatever you want that day. You want him to be submissive. You want him to be dominant. You want him to be this, that, whatever you want. You want him to look shit, worse than you. You make him look worse than you. But it is the perfect partner. You can't. Women themselves can't possibly fault it. I think that although I think the majority of the customers are going to be men because it's just the nature of things, but eventually women will come to realize they don't have to put up with men's shit anymore. They don't have to put up with some fucking guy moaning, groaning, getting fat, beer bellies, growing bold, all of that shit. No, you get yourself a fine ass, I don't know, whatever guy you're into, Tom Cruise or Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever the movie star of the time that you're into. Actually, what's that guy called? Jordan. Is it something Jordan?
Michael Jordan.
No. The guy who did the Creed movies.
Creed. Oh, Michael. Oh, yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. Is it Michael B. Jordan? There you go. Janet, would you not be happy with a Michael B. Jordan sex robot
Oh
at
my
your
God,
beck
I
and
would
call?
buy him right now. I would buy 3 of them.
There you go. Sold, lady. Sold.
Period.
There you go. How
And different
easy a sale
colors.
is that?
In different colors, because I love foreign men. So I need like one that's like foreign. And
There
then
you go.
the
You
white
can
boy
you
and
can
then
you
the
can
black
have
guy. Yeah.
exactly. You can have your B. Jordan. You can have your blonde Michael
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan, and you can have your
I'll go
I don't
for
know
the Korean. I'm
fucking
going for the
Arable
Korean man.
Korean Michael B.
Yep.
Jordan. There you go.
You know, you can have your alien Michael B. Jordan, you know.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're
I'll
into
do
you're into
alien.
manga. You're into hentai. You want to have an octopus fucking lover? Sure. You've just put the fucking attachable. They'll come
Yeah,
with
pimp your robot. You can
attachable
pimp your robot, man.
tentacles.
Yeah, so an alien came to me last night and said, "Will I be his girlfriend?" And I was like, "Yeah." So, like, thank you for telling me that you guys love aliens.
There you go. There you go. Well, what I mean
Yeah,
is,
I love
I'm
it.
married to
With the AI
Nightbot.
possibility, you could have
Yeah,
the
I'm married
robot.
to Nightbot too, by the way.
You could have the robot talking in any voice you wanted to talk in, couldn't you? You know what I mean?
precisely. You know what it is? It's just like an epiphany that just came to me. I think in order to sell sex robots and make sure feminists don't lose their shit and start banning them or pushing men, legislators to try and ban this stuff, we have to start selling the Michael B. Jordan models first before we sell the female models.
Because say the woman's say the man's first. You're right.
Exactly,
Man. Yeah. exactly.
You get half a dozen of these fat, fucking
Jason
overweight,
Statham's,
purple head,
Tom Cruise's.
Tumblr, fucking, obese fucking whales. You get half a dozen of them Tumblr, obese, fucking purple haired feminists with the Michael B. Jordan sex robot. Trust me. It will be they will fight to not ban these things. They will fucking kill men not to ban fucking sex robots. That's the strategy for any sex robot manufacturer out there. Forget about making a hot chick, because we know men are going to buy that shit. Men are buying these freaks of nature right now. No, concentrate on the Michael B. Jordan sex robot. Make that
you could
shit
do it.
first.
You can do the gay, the lesbian one. You do it all. Do the whole lot.
Everything.
Man.
I mean, yeah, obviously, whatever, whoever wants to buy it, men can buy the Michael B. Jordan one too. But I would imagine it'll be mostly women, because gay men. I'll be honest. I worked with gay guys for quite a few years. Gay men get laid all the time.
Yeah, they do.
They get fucking laid. I was so fucking jealous of these guys. I was like, you sons of bitches. How is it? If I could just tolerate sucking cock, I would get laid so much. It's just, I can't. It won't go down my throat. I have like this bad gag reflex that just won't allow the penis to enter my mouth. Otherwise, it's an affliction.
You can go to gay cocksucking school. You can learn these.
I don't know if there's a college or if there's a short apprenticeship course that I could take to perhaps. But gay men get fucking laid all the
No,
fucking
but those are
time.
the twinks, Banksy. The twinks, they suck. They're the bottoms. The bears, you could be a good bear, by the way. You don't have to suck.
Dude,
just
come
fight,
on. Banksy, you and I know. If once you enter the realm of gayness and once you cross that fence and you go to the other side, there's going to be a point you're going to have to suck a cock.
Hold the line.
It doesn't
Love
matter how much of a top you are.
sometime.
Look, we all know. Doesn't matter how much of an alpha you are, how much of a top you are, and you're always the top, and everybody else is the bottom. Eventually, there'll be a guy that you have to suck his cock, and that's
Because
the
he's
moment.
bigger than you. He's more alpha.
Exactly. There'll always be a bigger fish. There's always a bigger fish in the fucking sea. So there's always another alpha who's gonna fucking out alpha you. Next thing you know, you're sucking cock, and that's the Rubicon. I cannot cross that.
But this happens in daily life too. It happens on the street, within gangs, in the prison, within motorcycle gangs.
Exactly.
There always one guy who
at some point you're
gets some
sucking
stuff,
cock. And it can't happen to me. I'm sorry. It's just like I have an allergic reaction to sucking cock.
Allergic reaction.
It's like having gluten or like lactose intolerance. Just sucking cock is just something my physiology doesn't allow it.
You could start with a tranny,
The other part, eating, licking, you're okay in that area, correct? I'm just asking.
Sorry?
For a
No problem.
I know that's right, Daddy. He said there's no problem licking, just not.
No, I'm sorry. Licking, sucking, anything to do with my mouth and a cock. There's just this invisible wall in between us. I cannot cross that line. So
you could try a gay donkey first. It's less problematic.
maybe I should wean myself
Yeah,
onto cock by maybe a penis of a donkey. But unfortunately, donkeys are not readily available in central London, so it's an inconvenience having to drive out into the country.
In Speaker's Corner, I've heard that there are a lot of donkeys. Speaker's Corner,
lots of bantering going on here. The Americans on the panel, people.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, but yeah. So anyway, just putting it out there that gay men,
baby pods.
gay men get laid. I just want to just make the highlight that gay men get laid. They probably don't even need sex robots. They're banging the equivalent of Michael B. Jordan's all day long anyway, because gay men are in shape. They've got shitload of fucking disposable income, and yeah, they're fucking loving it. I'm not joking. That those few years going out with gay guys and just seeing what these fuckers get up to, it's fucking.
They need steroids and meth, basically. To look good, they need steroids and a meth. Be fucking.
I swear, man, they all look fucking good.
You should be proud that you get pussy, and you should be okay that they do what they do.
But it's so much easier for them, man.
I would never compare myself to a lesbian.
No, but Janet, it's so much easier for guys. It's gay guys. It's like fucking drinking. You know how much I have to work to get an ounce of pussy? Like I have to fucking weigh it by ounce, like diamonds and gold. For me, it's like I have to weigh it in ounce and pounds. It's like, okay, today I get this ounce of pussy, but you know how much fucking I had to go down a mine. I had to get a pickaxe. I had to get a drill. I had to fucking let's carve away at this fucking thing for days on end until I get this like 5 gram of pussy. Gay men, they're like walking around picking up rocks on the beach. It's like that. It's the equivalence is like a gay guy walks on the beach, just fucking rocks everywhere. There's sand fucking everywhere. They just pick up a handful and they're off. Whilst me, I have to go into a fucking mine. I have to get the mining helmet. I have to get this fucking drill. I get black lung. I have to get a fucking canary to go down that fucking mine to see if anybody's gonna fucking die.
Basically, yeah.
It's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare to get like a gram of pussy.
Throwing up on jizz and all that shit, it's not that cool, It seems cool, but it's pretty hard, I suppose,
It is. It is.
Well,
it's so much easier for gay men.
It's hard for a good woman to get laid too, so.
Come on.
Excuse me. Nobody likes me. I'm ugly. I have big teeth. I have no character. I'm totally pussyless because I have a penis. I'm looking for a penis. If any penis is available, please call me at 1-800. Could you call the Empress? Okay?
Come on, Janet. Don't even begin to play with that, because you know that if you put your number there'll be some fucking prick from fucking Wales will start swimming. We'll start swimming the Atlantic Ocean. To get to fucking America to get to you. Trust me, there are women out there. Yeah, even don't fuck with me. I've seen you. You look perfectly fine. Trust me when I tell you. You just throw out just this little pamphlet just out into the wind. I will fuck you tonight. There'll be 20 guys lined up at your door. You can't fucking compare men getting laid versus women. There's not even a remote. I would say there are a handful, like maybe 1 to 2% of obese and hideous women who would genuinely have maybe a difficult time to actually get laid. 99.7% of women literally just have to put on their Facebook, I feel horny, I want to get shagged tonight, and there's a queue at their door. Come on, let's not fuck around here. We all know this.
Yeah, it doesn't happen for me, darling. I got standards, darling. Unfortunately, darling, all my children are by my first husband, darling.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Janet. It's not that you can't get laid, it's that you are choosing not to get laid That's the difference.
It's a hard knock life for us.
Look, there's an old saying. Women have sex with whoever they want. Men have sex with whoever they can. And the reverse of the reverse to that is women get married to whoever they men get married to whoever they want. Women get married to whoever they can. Because men control relationships, women control access to sex. And so that's how it is, man. That's the rules. I didn't make them. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Period. Because I know I lose sex. I know if I turned on my camera right now and showed a little something, everybody's thing is going to say, "How you
Exactly. You just need to show one nipple, and your fucking door, your entire fucking street would be jammed. One nipple.
Don't do it tonight, Johnny.
No, not here. This is a family show.
There's loads. No, you can. I'm saying that. I'm just saying there's a lot of planes in this country now cancelled, so we can't get over there.
Yeah, no. This is a family show, everyone. So clearly, no. Don't do that right now. This is a family-friendly show. I would like to just address again. This is a. Although there was a parental guidance moment earlier on declared that, you know, if you have children in the room, they most likely shouldn't be listening to this show. If you haven't figured that out by this point, I have no fucking hope for you. But generally, this is a family friendly show.
Don't get your sex education from this show, you know. To be honest, it's not smart, not healthy.
Okay, so let me see. There was a couple of other things that I actually had. No, these are boring ass fucking conversations. Actually, the things that I had were like Plan B, Plan C if no one came on the panel. But mostly they're boring as hell. So really, the sex dolls.
What's baby pods? What's that about, man?
The what?
Baby pods.
Oh, the baby pods. Well, they are that's another thing that actually we can go into. This is a company called Ectolife, who's created a concept art. This was a concept video initially, where they would. Let me actually try and bring up the video if I can. But they are essentially creating a facility where you would go in, you would donate your sperm, egg, whatever, and then they would then infuse the egg and the sperm, start the cell division, and then place the baby, the embryo into a pod, which would then grow, so that the woman doesn't have to carry the child. In fact, men and women can have children without necessarily having the other partner, or without dependence on women, effectively. And the pod would bring the baby to maturity. Once it's fully matured and healthy, it would come out the pod, and then that's it. You got yourself a baby. You grow your own baby. Any
How about a soul? You know, is it a soul, or
is it a what?
You know, is there a soul which needs to get into the body, or do you think it will just work?
Well, no, because the process is still a man and a woman, having an egg and a sperm. So the soul, God will stick it in there at some point, wherever God decides. So it doesn't have to. I mean, it's just the womb is not. If you actually think about it, if you're saying that the soul is inserted into the baby by God, if the baby is only inside the mother, then women who have surrogate children, surrogacy, then that means those children don't have any souls.
I don't know. Maybe if you don't grow a child inside a woman, but outside in a machine from scratch. I don't know. Maybe it works differently. We'll see.
They're taking the sperm and the egg and they're putting it together, and then they're incubating it in that machine.
Look, I'm gonna share my presentation with you guys, so you guys can actually see what I am talking about, and we can maybe discuss after you guys see this, so you guys can see what I can see, right? You guys can see this. This presentation.
Introducing Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility, powered entirely by renewable energy. Ectolife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring. It's a perfect solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. With Ectolife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. Ectolife is designed to help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea, and many others. The facility features 75 highly equipped labs. Each state-of-the-art lab can accommodate up to 400 growth pods or artificial wombs. Every pod is designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. A single building can incubate up to 30,000 lab-grown babies per year. Ectolife allows your baby to develop in an infection-free environment. The pods are made of materials that prevent germs from sticking to their surfaces. Every growth pod features sensors that can monitor your baby's vital signs, including heartbeat, temperature, blood pressure, breathing rate, and oxygen saturation. The artificial intelligence-based system also monitors the physical features of your baby and reports any potential genetic abnormalities.
There you go. They had a black baby as well. It was a token black baby just to make sure that it's diverse.
The pods are equipped with a screen that displays real-time data on the developmental progress of your baby. These data are sent directly to your phone so you can track your baby's health from the comfort of your zone. The app also provides you with a high-resolution live view of your baby's development. A special section in the app.
Oh, you have an app. You can even have an app for your baby. Wouldn't you like to have an app to see your baby? Isn't that just wonderful? Fuck me, this is some dystopian shit. Okay. What do you guys think? You guys got the gist of it by now, I guess.
I can see the potential. I can see the reason behind it, but it's taking away all the emotion side, all the loving side. It's taking out all the stuff that we can't prove with science, all the rest of the stuff. Technology-wise, yeah, we can make sure the baby's good, make sure the baby's healthy. But you're not going to bond the same, are you? Surely
we
you're
can add stuff to your baby while it's in the incubator.
That's right. They can. Well, obviously they'll monitor the baby. They'll be able to make sure that the baby doesn't have any genetic defects, doesn't have any there'll be no complications, because a lot of babies are born with disabilities because of complications during birth. If their umbilical cord is wrapped around the baby's neck and then they're deprived of oxygen, the baby comes out with brain damage, all sorts of other things. Women die during childbirth. None of that's going to happen. Think of all the benefits, though.
It's good for the people who can't have kids.
People who can't have kids, of course. You don't have to worry about surrogacy anymore. The surrogate parent thing is somewhat complicated sometimes as well.
Yeah,
would you end up though, have like a 60-year-old woman and a 60-year-old man having a baby then? Because you know what I mean.
Right.
Well, any age will no longer be a barrier to having children.
That's a bad thing, isn't it? That age is a good barrier to have. Do you not think?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna, you see, the thing is, a lot of things work hand in hand, because if you think about it, life expectancy has risen tremendously since a couple of 100 years ago. Now, only a few 100 years ago, people's life expectancy was like 50, 60 years old, sometimes 40, 30, 40 years old. But now, they're expecting us to live up to 80. Well, in the future, they're going to potentially expect us to live well above 100. So if life expectancy grows...
Back then, when they were like, so average age was like 50, 60, the average childbirth was like 5 or 6 a family, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's completely different as well.
Yeah.
And they were earlier as well. They were 16, 17, not like 25, 30 like they are nowadays.
Of course, yeah. I mean, people were getting married in their teenage years. 15, 16-year-olds were getting married. They were having children by the time before they're even 20. Some families. I mean, I know my grandparents, were married. Well, my grandmother was married like 14, and from my mum's side, from my dad's side, I think she was like, my grandmother was like in her early teens as well, 15, 16. My grandfather's similar sort of thing, and they had children. I think I had a couple of children before she was even 20. So yeah, I agree that things were different then. and things have now changed rapidly, but technology is going to, just as much as technology has allowed us to have life expectancy increases, it's going to allow us to have children when we're older as well.
Right.
Yeah, it will allow Prince Charles and King, what's the name, Camilla, to have a kid.
Queen.
Sorry,
King Camilla.
Queen Camilla. Sorry, what am I about? King Charles and Queen Camilla.
I was just going
Have
to
a kid.
say, how many
You know what I mean?
babies did they make that won't have parents, but they're still making them? So now they're
Yeah.
making orphans. and
Yeah.
what to do with them ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that would have stopped. That would stop the adoption trade, wouldn't it? And that's
Well,
not good.
Well, possibly, but the thing is, Danny, there is a thing that you pointed out, that if they're both 60, like the man's 60, the woman's 60 now, if she hasn't premature or prior to going through menopause frozen some of her eggs, she won't actually have any eggs for them to create the baby from. So then, you would have to think ahead that if you're going to have babies in your 60s, you probably have to freeze some eggs during your 30s or 20s. So if people are not pre-planning for these things, then obviously they're not going to be able to really have babies in their 60s. But if they are thinking ahead, because there are some women now, there's a lot of women, famous actresses, I think there was a famous actress recently, who had frozen her eggs in her 20s or early 30s. And then when she was in her late 30s, early 40s, she tried to have them defrosted and implanted and try to have a baby. And apparently she had 5 of them, and all 5 failed. Because it's not guaranteed that these eggs are going to, be good once you defrost them and try to inseminate them. So there is that technology is still lacking, that women can freeze their eggs. But obviously it's going to get better with time. It's going to get better with as technology grows. And of course with these pod babies. The other thing is also, although this one I think ethically is going to be very questionable, they don't need an egg, or they don't need actually a sperm to create a baby from you. They need your cell, because cloning. Now, how cloning works is that they take out the nucleus of the egg, and then they insert your cell, a person's or a living creature's cell, into the egg. And then they will zap it with some electricity, and it will start the cell division. But it won't be a new genetic code. It would in fact be a clone of you.
A Doppler gang.
They did it with sheep, Dolly the sheep.
Yeah, that's how they did it with Dolly the sheep. And by the way, Dolly the sheep was like the 1990s, 1980s. They did that shit.
Yeah, and it's still going on.
Well, they did it with animals. They have done it with animals.
They do with animals today.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think it's a good thing for torturing people, even if they die, you have a few clones and you could continue. They got the CIA.
No, that doesn't quite work out like that, because torturing people.
Janet died. Her clone will be back on tomorrow or Wednesday.
But that's not how it works, because you the reason they torture people is so to get information from them. The clone won't know the shit that the other guy that you killed knows.
I mean, torturing for fun, just connecting to the
Okay, that's some sick shit.
Clone,
okay, that's just like you going down the fucking.
No, there are a lot of people who are sick in this world. They love this shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately,
everyone who watches UFC fights. Deep down has a thirst for blood, spiritually speaking.
Yep, I love UFC.
I mean, I don't really consider UFC fights to be like. If you're a fan of fighting, I like UFC. I like boxing, but that's because it's a gladiatorial competition. It's the most basic of human instincts.
I agree, and I like it too on some level, but it's still related to bloodlust.
Yeah, but
still like a gladiator show.
It is, but I appreciate it.
Profit. I don't like horrors at all. I hate the sight of blood and spurting blood and that sort of shit. Yeah, I watch UFC. I don't find that a blood.
Well, the thing is, I'll be honest. There are some horror films. Like I don't know if you guys have seen movies like Hostel or I Spit on Your Grave. Now these are what's called horror. It's called like torture porn, where they torture people, and it looks like it's in real life. It's not some fictional thing like Aliens. I don't give a shit about Aliens. I don't give a shit about like Freddy Krueger or Jason. Those are fictional things. But Hostel, that's like a real shit. That's disturbing as fuck to me. I watched the first one.
I really couldn't watch any games, right? But I couldn't watch The Craze. If that makes sense. Remember The Craze?
That's true. There's some brutal stuff in there as well.
It's brutal in there. Brutal. It's weird, and because I knew it was a true story and based on a true story sort of thing, it was a case of I can't watch that.
Yeah, that's even worse because it's based on shit people really did.
Really did,
exactly.
right? A lot of the
I mean,
stories.
remember Abu Ghraib, you know? Remember
Exactly. Abu Ghraib. And by the way, the shit that the Americans pulled in Abu Ghraib was nothing compared to what Saddam was doing in Abu Ghraib. No, but the Americans pulled some shit, but they were just mostly just fucking around.
He chemically gassed, didn't he? It's his northern territory, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
America is perfect.
Absolutely. Hooah!
America did LSD experiments on people,
Come
which
to
was
America.
gruesome.
We will give
You know,
you money and you will work for
Project Paperclip.
The Philadelphia one, and what else? There's a few other projects, isn't there, that they did when it's experimental.
Yeah, MK Ultra, you know, they did.
Yes, MK Ultra.
Remember that one?
Yep.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah, MK
They
Ultra.
terrorized people
It
psychically
definitely
for
still
months.
goes on today, doesn't it? It definitely still happens behind closed doors, without a doubt.
Oh, I'm sure. But what I think America has done for the most part, and I think that goes for Britain. By the way, Britain has always been into the same fucked up shit that America's always done.
We taught America most of it, haven't we? Let's be honest.
but one thing I've noticed, what they've done is they've outsourced a lot of that shit. So they don't do it themselves, but they'll get an Egyptian to do it, or they'll get like an Israeli or some other government to basically take them to these black ops environments, and then they'll, this is still guided by the CIA or MI6, but someone else is doing it. So if they get caught, they'll just the British and the Americans' hands are clean. You know what I mean?
That's when we call throwing the rock and hiding your hand.
Exactly. So yeah, I've noticed they've done very, they've become clever with their tortures and their sort of manipulation. So they will still put you in some dark hole where no one can ever find you, but it will be an Israeli or an Egyptian or I don't know, some Libyan or some other
foreign mercenary.
Exactly, some other foreign organization that will fuck you up. But they'll still fuck you up. They'll still absolutely fuck you up. don't be under any delusion.
And as we
Have you heard about those stories about rich people watching snuff movies in China? There was a guy.
Snuff movie. That's what I was
he was doing live video snuff
movies.
Snuff films are real in America.
Yeah,
they've been around for years.
That's
true.
true.
When I was a teenager, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
And the dark
People
web
are sick,
is
man.
real.
Yeah, people are dude.
I'm 51 now, so at least 30 years they've been around.
Dude,
Probably
the suspicions that I have of what rich people do around the world will blow your mind. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen a movie called the Sound of Freedom. It's fairly recent.
Yeah,
it
it's
came
based
out
on Epstein, really, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's obviously hinting at a lot of that.
Yeah.
But what I've actually heard is that, and they kind of one of the the guy. Caviezel guy, the guy who plays in the movie, the star of the movie, he talks about this particular endochrome or some kind of adrenaline, some kind of adrenochrome, exactly. Now they say that they extract this from toddlers and babies.
Well, it's great. It's basically if once kids or juveniles become in fear and scared,
yes,
they generate a drug called adrenochrome, and they reckon. So they reckon it's not. I've not found any truth in this yet. It's just a theory, but they reckon they abuse the kids, get them scared, take the adrenochrome out of the kids, and feed it to the rich and wealthy to make them live longer. That's the conspiracy.
Exactly.
And it's also psychedelic, they say. Helps travel with the mind.
When I asked my daughter, who's a doctor, about it, she just laughed her head off. That was her answer to it. She just laughed.
Yeah, because I mean, don't get me wrong. This is still. Oh yeah, there's a Jim Caviezel. Oh no, sorry, somebody put down Jimmy Savile. Sorry, I think the guy in the movie is called Jim Caviezel as well. But anyway, my theory. Now this is a pure conspiracy. Is that because there is a video of Sandra Bullock on the Ellen show, and Ellen asks her, "How do you look so young? How this cream? What is it that you do? What kind of facial creams do you use?" And she admitted on the Ellen show that she uses a particular kind of cream which has collagen.
Very expensive.
That has collagen from the foreskin of apparently young Korean boys that when they circumcise them, they extract the collagen from the foreskin of these boys, which they use in this cream. Now, this is what she admitted on the show. My personal conspiracy theory behind this is that this isn't just the foreskin of young boys or whatever. This is babies and toddlers that they literally extract this shit from their bone marrow and from all of that, and they basically torture these kids to death
Do you know
in
where
order
the
to extract this
adrenochrome
shit.
gland is?
Sorry?
Do you know where the adrenochrome gland actually is?
I don't know where is it.
Medulla oblongata or something?
Right in the center of your brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know where they're injected. They're
It's
not
that
injecting
one
your
end
brain.
of the
They're
part, of the brain where you process, right?
Hmm.
That's what
Your
my
brain
daughter's
goes
laughed.
through a
She just have to
system.
tell you off your head. Because
So
that's what I've been told.
this is what I mean.
It's like touching the stove, Banksy.
Hmm.
You know, if you touch it, it's going to be hot. Your brain's processing all of that. And when it gets to the middle of your forehead, right before your eyes, that's when you're like, no, I'm not going to touch it because I know I'll get burned.
Yeah. Someone
Generate fear for it.
Yeah, someone posted Fat Loba says it's pituitary. It's in the pituitary gland.
That's what Prophet said.
But what I mean is, I can almost, from my perspective, from my conspiracy sort of side of things, I can almost say 90% chance that these fucking evil bastards around the world are literally just torturing and killing thousands of babies. Like, just, because what they'll do is they'll, like, for example, they'll encourage women to have abortions, and they'll have late-term abortions. And those late-term abortions are potentially even extracted, possibly even put in some kind of incubators, in order to bring those babies to sort of maturity, and then they'll torture them, extract these things from their pituitary gland, and then kill the baby during the process. I'm telling you, I can imagine evil shit like that happening in this world, because human beings are fucking
you
just
can't rule it
evil.
out. Once you know what's going on with Epstein and all the rest of it, you can't rule shit like that out,
Exactly.
can't you? You can't just say, no, don't be silly.
Exactly.
It has been happening always, The Aztecs used child sacrifice, the Druids, everybody all over the world used to have. That's why the Bible came along, which forbade child sacrifice. That's the story of Jacob and Ishmael, I believe. Who had to sacrifice a child, and he sacrificed.
No, it was Abraham. Yeah, I think it was not Jacob. Was it Jacob? It might have been Ishmael.
No, Abraham and Ishmael. Yeah,
Ishmael. Yeah, and God asked him to sacrifice him, and then he was about to kill his kid, and then God said no, and then brought a goat to sacrifice instead. But
to cut off the tradition of child sacrifice, it had been around in the world everywhere.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, that is kind of Jesus as well. Jesus was sort of given as a sacrificial lamb in order to stop human sacrifice, that you no longer require to kill a person to sacrifice to God. Jesus has kind of paid that toll for you, and has shed his blood for you, so you don't have to kill any more people, you fucking monsters. How fucked up is it that even if you believe in Jesus and the God thing, let's say on this particular scenario, in this hypothetical scenario, it's all true. If you're God and the creator of the universe, how fucked up is it that you made a creation that you then that's so fucked in the head for thousands of years, they were killing their own fucking offsprings to I don't know, sacrifice them for you, that you had to create effectively a son of your own, to say to these fucked up people, don't kill any more of your kids, you fucking monsters. I will kill my kid for your dumbasses, so that you stop killing your own kids, you fucking idiots. I honestly, if I was the creator of the universe and I saw humanity in the way they are, I'm like, no. Let's just wipe these fuckers off. Let's go back to the dinosaurs, because clearly we fucked up when we made these fucking animals. We made some wrong turns with these lot. We're gonna go back to the Jurassic. We're gonna go back to the T-Rexes, and we're gonna come back and rethink this human shit.
If you look at it, a woman who has an egg every month and who doesn't have a child with the egg gets killed and reabsorbed. So there's cannibalism going on even in the female body every month, in the male body too. On some level. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because if
you jerk off, you kill 1 million kids, man. You're sinning.
Well,
Anyway.
technically, yeah, you are kind of. You're taking out a lot of people. Let's be honest. Yeah. If you're a man after the age of puberty, you're basically a serial killer. You're just a monster. You're just fucking killing.
You're a mass murderer, man.
You've killed more people than Stalin, Mao, and Hitler put together. You're just fucking just with every fucking squirt, you're just taking out thousands and millions.
Just to get high.
Oh, damn. Fucking hell.
And they say heroin is bad, you know? I mean, porn is worse, man. It leads to mass death.
The funny thing is, you know, I hear this now from all these like conservatives. Oh, porn is terrible. Porn is just absolutely the worst thing. I'm like, you fucking idiots. First of all, you're not going to stop it. You're not going to stop men from masturbating, whether they have porn. They will draw stick people on a fucking wall and jack to that. You have no idea the levels of the depth of depravity human males will go to have something to masturbate to. So you're not going to stop it. But the point is that, yes, I do agree that at least back in the day, you know, you had to either find a magazine or find some fucked up like copy of a videotape, or the access to porn was harder for young men, and so it was still in the realm of adults. It wasn't so prolific for children. I mean, right now they say the average porn viewer is like 13. It's really low. I feel that is actually a bit too much. And the proliferation of it on your phones, on your tablets, everywhere, it's a bit too much. So I do agree on that side. But you're never going to ban it.
This is the generation, you know?
Yeah.
D-gen.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
And they are right. There is a level of like you become desensitized to it. And so real women, and also you see behaviors in porn that are not behaviors of real women, and it gives young men, especially who've had no experience with real women, this completely misunderstood vision of how sex is, because porn sex isn't sex. Porn sex is as much realistic as gunfights in a movie. It's not real. It's a completely manufactured, orchestrated, what's it called?
Fantasy, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a fight choreography. It's like kung fu movies. You know what I mean? It's not real sex. Women in porn films literally do things that no real woman would ever do for you or will be willing to do.
Have you seen the kung fu sex movie? There are a few.
Yes.
The original fight,
yes,
and
yeah.
it's like, have you seen them in the forest?
Yeah, I
Funny.
saw one, which was a copy of what was it? What was it? Flying Dragon Hidden? No.
Crouching Tiger,
Crouching
Hidden
Tiger,
Dragon.
Hidden Dragon. Yeah, the porn version.
Yeah.
I'm saying that. Oh, that was fantastic. It was so well done. But what I'm generally, yeah, I have to say that there should be some level of understanding or some level in which young men have to recognize, and maybe women too, that porn is not real. That this is not how sex is performed with a real person, and that there should be this distinct difference between the two worlds. But unfortunately, yeah, those lines have been blurred. Young men are growing up thinking that in order to have sex with a woman, you have to spit in her face and pull her hair. And that's apparently
young men are better off to the YMCA, you know, the Youth Christian Fitness Association. They're better off there. You know, and be sober and don't jerk off. You know? There was a saltpeter.
Yeah, there was a comedian who actually said, no wonder the birth rates are so low. When boys come, they think that the only way they can come after watching all this porn is pull it out and come on her face.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can ejaculate. It's like this. It's true though. I think it's confusing young men and probably young women as well. Also, the other thing I've found, and this is something that's actually I found it happened to me, especially after working in that industry for a while. You get a very skewed level of standards that you expect from women because you look for the absolute perfection. And I'll be honest, I've seen women who have the most, what I would consider the most perfect bodies that you can imagine. And then you can find defects within that. I mean, I've seen like 22-year-old, gorgeous Eastern European girl, not an ounce of fat on her. Her curves are perfect. Perfect teardrop breasts. Everything is perfect. Her toenail is slightly crooked and wrong. Her toenail, the little pinky, was just slightly deformed.
It's got to go. Got to go. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, you are disqualified. That you're gonna have to take care of those fucking hammer feet. But yeah, it's like the ridiculous levels of things you notice because you're seeing gorgeous naked women every day for, let's say, 7 days that I was out like shooting, and so we're looking at like 100 women. If you're looking at 100 women in a week naked, you become deluded. Because women, they're all fucking gorgeous, and you just start having some fucked up mental delusion because you're now looking for imperfections. You're looking for, okay, she has a scar, a slight little scar on the back of her arm, or her arse isn't quite perfectly round. Her breasts are teardrop and they look perfect, but the nipples a little bit too. One is pointing slightly left to the other one. I'm not joking. We fucking picked faults from the most gorgeous women you can possibly imagine. Women.
Are you single?
Yeah, it was no, don't get me wrong. In my real life, I've fucking been with women who are fucking hideous. Because, as I said to you, for sex, I have no standards. I'm not joking. I mean, this is terrible. I shouldn't be saying this, but I've been with women who I've had PTSD from afterwards. Like this, like remembering the sexual experience has caused me fucking pain and nightmares, because it was just horrific. But I still fucking did it, and I was ashamed of myself. I had to take cold showers and just, you know how you
felt
just
dirty afterwards.
you just kneel in the bath and the shower is just raining on you and you're just like, no, I shouldn't have done that.
How do I block that number quick?
You can't. There isn't enough soap to wash your brain. There just isn't enough soap to wash your brain. It just, you can't do that. It just, you have to block it. You just have to, a lot of alcohol, some drugs, in order to eventually rid yourself of those memories.
That's the shit what got you in the trouble in the first place.
Yeah, that's the irony. That it was actually that ended up in that position. But anyway, but this was the juxtaposed situation where in London I would literally just have sex with anything and anyone, and then I'd fly out to Eastern Europe, to Prague, and be nitpicking women who are the most fucking beautiful things you would ever imagine in the world, that I would never have a second of fucking chance with. And I'm looking at her toe going, yeah, but she's, the toes are a little bit off.
The toenail's a bit long.
The nipple is a little bit left slanting.
Look at it straight.
Oh my god, it's fucking, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And also, as I say, it builds ridiculous standards in your mind of what you think you can get effectively as a man, because you're seeing gorgeous women after gorgeous women, and you think, weirdly, some sort of delusion occurs in your head where you think you can actually get one of these women. It's like, no, dude, you're not. Don't get me wrong. Not all the women were just spotless. There were some women. I mean, we used to be friends. I used to talk to the makeup artist that we had on set, and she used to tell me all the imperfections of these women and what she had to do with makeup to cover them up. And like, she was telling me, like, this girl, she goes, this girl is bald. She's bald. I had to put fucking hair into her hair in order to cover up the bald spots. Now, don't get me wrong. On video, the girl looked beautiful. She looked absolutely beautiful on video, but the makeup artist was telling me all the tricks she had to pull to give this impression of beauty. And in a way, she should sort of make you realize that, people are people. People are not perfect by any chance. And these images that we see, and nowadays, oh my fucking God, nowadays with filters, at least back in the day, before these smartphones, you had to get photoshopped, or you had to get like what they call airbrushed in magazines. Yeah. Nowadays, every average girl on Instagram has a ton of filters on her face.
Yeah.
You don't even know who the fuck she looks like. Janet just showed it to us. She had an AI image of herself created. Now with these AI images, we're not going to even be able to see the fucking girl. There you go. That's a whole other person. That is not Janet. That's just a whole other person.
Ask to piss on her face, to wash away the makeup. Then you know who you're dealing with, at the first date.
I know.
Just ask her, can I piss on your face, please? Do we have any problems? Just to clean it up. There might be 10 layers of makeup.
That's nasty.
You're fucked.
That's bad. You're a nasty man. You're a nasty man.
My pee is like holy Buddha light. It will enlighten the karma and everything.
There is an app actually that's makeup remover app. Women were losing their shit when that app came out, but I think it's still out there. You can look at the woman, take a picture of her face, and then it will remove the makeup from her face, so you can get an idea of what she looks like naturally.
Yeah, when you go and meet her on the date, you can actually understand what she looks like now.
Yeah, but the thing is nowadays.
That's why R. Kelly was pissing. That's the reason. People don't get it. Free R. Kelly.
Free R. Kelly.
Free R. Kelly. She's got that five. Girls still love him. Girls still love his music. Trust me. They don't give a fuck.
That's heavy. Free R. Kelly. I wasn't quite expecting that one.
I wasn't expecting that to come out of his mouth.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, I think these things are going to really mess with young men and women too, but definitely young men when it comes to the sort of standards of beauty that they should expect, or they're going to be expecting, because they're going to see all these women on Instagram with all these filters. All these porn women, and this is completely like they are so far removed from reality that these poor kids, how the hell? No wonder everybody. When I look into these dating, like these red pill manosphere dating type shows, everybody's complaining dating is horrific. Dating is terrible. You can't date. The women have too high expectations. Men are messed up. Like, of course they are. Of course everybody's fucked up, because you're all looking at fake people. Nobody's dating real people. Everybody's dating some fake image of that person. And then when they say you can ignore reality, you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And when reality and Instagram come head to head, and you finally have to meet that girl from that Instagram that you've been looking at all those Instagram photos you've been looking at, and then you meet her in the real world. And the same with the girl who meets you thinking that you're driving a Bugatti and a private plane, doesn't realize all that shit is green screen.
Yeah.
You've been photoshopping and AI imaging yourself into fucking Bugattis and G5s. They suddenly, reality hits, and reality is going to hit real hard. And I can imagine the disappointment must be massive with both parties. So, yeah, unfortunately, guys and girls out there, they try to... I think this is actually going to be a revival of people meeting in the real world now and picking, dating, as in, instead of meeting online and then arranging a date,
right,
actually having to go to bars and clubs again, and to actually see people in the real world before they start approaching and chatting each other up. I think that might be a revival of real world dating.
Create a bar called the Real World, and then have policy with no makeup and the worst clothes you have, Not,
That's right. No weave, no wig, no makeup.
Mm-hmm. No makeup and no heavy, beautiful clothes, just average, the worst clothes you have.
T-shirts and jeans.
You look the worst,
Oh my God!
Then you know what you're dealing with.
Dude, I just came up. I just had another. You could set up, because back in the day, this is a long time. This is like 2005 when Plenty of Fish came about. It was a website. It was just a plain shitty website, Plenty of Fish. But it was the golden era for anyone who wanted to date online, because it was still fairly scarce. But the main thing Plenty of Fish used to do was set up singles nights. So they would advertise, Jenny from blah 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 is setting up a singles night at this bar on the 26th. Everybody who wants to go, come down. You get a canapes and champagne and whatever, and you can meet all the singles. And I think this should be sort of visited, except it's a t-shirts and jeans night. No fancy clothes. Everybody wears simple t-shirts and jeans or casual, very, very sort of casual, just relaxed clothing. And you see everyone in, fairly relaxed. They're not, wearing ridiculous show-off gear. And ladies, no makeup or little makeup. Or I don't think, if you say no makeup,
no makeup and no jewelry.
No, dude.
No jewelry.
No wigs.
No women will show up. There'll be no women. They'll be dead. It'll just be like 4 men in t-shirts and jeans. That's the problem. I just realized the entire plan will fall apart because no women will ever fucking show up.
Fashion is like weaponized sex chemistry on the marketplace. It's weapons. Weapons of war, man.
But
love is a battlefield.
Yeah, it is. Love is a battlefield.
Yeah, love is a battlefield, honey.
Big up
Isn't that
Benetton.
Pat Benetton? Yeah.
Yes,
Big up the 80s.
Fucking hell, we're old over here, man. We just had a whole boomer conversation.
I love the old school, yes. We grown folks around here.
I'm telling you, man. People are watching this going, look at these boomers talking about dating.
There's so much truth in the 80s, man, in those love songs. So much. This flock of seagulls, I'm running away, He's running away from the chick.
Yes.
She came and I ran away. I had to run away. Like it's a monster,
Oh, my God.
He was MGTOW, He was going his own way.
Yes, that's true. I love it.
You know the song "She's a Man Eater" by the other guys.
Yes, whoa,
yeah,
here she comes.
She's a man eater with the tiger.
Exactly,
yeah.
Janet. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a great song. The thing is,
yeah.
I swear to God, the kids right now, like, look at this. I said like back in the day, and Sleeping Buddha says he's laughing. Back in the day, 2005. For most of these kids, Brett Cooper wasn't even. I don't know whether she was even born when I'm talking about 2005. Some of these people weren't even born in those eras that I'm talking about.
They try and tell us about life. That makes me laugh. That does. But hang on a minute, you ain't even born, man.
I know. It's like one of my friends has this brilliant line, because he literally does have it. He says to these, like when he talks to some young kids, young girls and stuff, he goes, I have a belt that's older than you.
I could beat you with it.
No, but he literally does. He has a leather belt with this buckle.
I've got t-shirts and stuff, older than some people on the internet arguing with me. I've got my t-shirts older than you.
Oh my God, that is fucking. When you're old when you have items of clothing older than people.
Yeah, but I won't get rid of it. Man. Well, fuck, it's one of them t-shirts what fit snug. You know what I mean?
Holy shit. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Danny. When people like Brett Cooper,
I have a strap on, which is older than you, son.
Yeah, they try and debate you, don't they? And you laugh. But you'll have someone who's about 25-year-old go, let's talk politics. And I go, what? Fuck off.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck do you know to be able to even broach this subject?
There was one, right, where they tried to debate me about politics. I can't think. It was about 2 years ago. I don't know what panel it was, right? But I remember him saying, I said to him, what does first past the post mean? And he goes, well, they win. That was it.
That's what I mean. It's like no fucking clue. And I've spoken to people about like the Palestinian situation, the Israeli-Palestinian thing. And some of these young people start discussing, especially at Speaker's Corner. And I'm like, dude, I'm talking about something that happened in the 1950s and 60s. You haven't got a fucking clue about that history. To you, that's like Roman times. When I mention the 50s and 60s, it's like I'm talking about BC time or some shit.
You know, even Beavis and Butthead are smarter if you watch those old cartoons than
Yes.
the generation nowadays. I'm serious. They know more.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead are now much more insightful than
Yeah.
modern day fucking kids debating shit that they have no clue. Like they have no concept. And in a weird way, I kind of think back to when I was online in my 20s and early 30s discussing this stuff with much older people that are, funny enough, more my age now. And I think to myself, I was such a fucking arrogant idiot talking to these people about shit that I had no fucking clue about. What kind of balls did I have to fucking talk shit to these people? Oh my God. The funny thing is, that's how it is. And I guarantee you in 20 years from now, if I fucking survive that, I would be looking at my self now and think, you fucking idiot. You didn't know shit and you were telling people. And this is why they say, youth is wasted on the young. Because when you're young and you have all this energy, you have an empty brain and you know nothing. and now that you know all of these things, you don't have the fucking energy. You're like the body is failing you.
Isn't that saying, is it? If what I know now, if I was younger.
Oh my God.
That sort of saying.
Oh my God, absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong. With someone like Brett Cooper, she's a young girl, but she has a massive team from Daily Wire. There's much more intelligent people that are behind the scenes helping her than herself. So she's not the one. She's the front person. She's the one delivering the message, but she's not the one writing the message. I'm sure there's plenty of other people behind the scenes feeding her the information. So in a weird way, I don't really rely. I don't see it that like she's the one that's giving us this kind of thing. Although I'm sure she has some input over the information, but generally, yeah, I don't imagine. But I can see why they're doing what they're doing, because let's be honest, someone like even Ben Shapiro and he's pretty famous, and all the other guys at Daily Wire, they're boomers as well. Young people are not looking at these guys going, "Oh, he's so cool." He's I really, it just doesn't resonate. Whilst a young girl like Brett Cooper, she obviously resonates much more with that generation, with that Zoomer sort of category. So of course they're using young people to do that, and that's why when I sometimes look at my show and people in my sort of age range doing shows and trying to talk about certain things which really apply to young kids, especially young things like gaming and even porn, I think to myself, my God, I'm a fucking boomer and I'm trying to fucking talk to these young kids. It's like I'm their dad. Hey, Janet. Oh, that's a nice picture, actually. That is so much nicer. It was a bit weird when you blew it up like that, but it looks so much nicer when you can see your neck and your whole face. Look,
your neck.
Yeah, like you can see the whole face and the neckline and everything. It just looks, because that's like,
and people say I have dark raccoon eyes, so I'm just showing proof.
Yeah. They hazel eyes, aren't they? They hazel eyes.
Yeah, I mean, my God, today, but yeah, I like it like this.
Yeah, that's because that's a little bit too, just bam, zoomed in.
Well, that's me from last night when people say that I'm ugly, but I put it like this because, again, I'm supposed to have black circles around my eyes. I'm 45 years old.
Come on.
So, I would expect something going on with my face.
Look.
Thank God it's not melting. I mean, I'm going on mute.
The thing is, Janet.
You got kids, haven't you, Empress? So, I say kids, you got boys, teenage lads who will keep you fucking busy. So I can imagine you're not getting much sleep. It's fucking obvious.
Yeah, my youngest is 21. My oldest is 26.
Oh, you're all good now. Whoa, Banksy just turned on the cam.
Yeah, I was just fucking around, by accident. So, but I might come on soon.
Yeah, that's okay. You can come on, Mike. Just have some clothes on and try to
Oh shit! I was just thinking of putting a dick out, have a dick matching contest online. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, let's leave it for the Private Banksy show.
The thing is, I am on cam all the time. I just can't. I can't turn on the cam on StreamYard. Otherwise, I can't see. Oh my God!
Awesome.
Actually, hold on. Let me switch it over because no one can see you guys. There you go. Now they can see you. Oh, Jan, you got a green screen happening as well for yourself. I didn't realize you had
What's
this.
that for?
Well, it's green screen to block out the background mess. Oh my God! Everybody's on cam. This is a unprecedented event. You know, Banksy, I think this is the first time I've seen you, man. I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure this was the first time.
I've taken a long time, I take my time with things.
I know. This is you finally. Did you finally get rid of like 600 YouTube channels that you had? Or are you still
man, I did.
managed to narrow it down to like 2 or 3? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, 2.
Look at Hollywood Janet.
Just milking it to fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, some of my paintings here in the wall.
Let me see if I can put my, because the problem is I can't really.
Is that your garage? That's a garage. Is that a garage? Where is that? That's cool as fuck.
Oh, that is nice. Is that graffiti?
Yeah, it's graffiti, like an alien sitting on the toilet dreaming up this universe. That's me.
Let me.
Had you mushrooms, maybe, when you did that?
Yeah, I did take some mushrooms.
There you go.
Did the graffiti.
Class.
Nice. Okay, let me see if I can make myself into the image. Everybody's come off cam now that I've managed to rearrange my whole thing so I can look like I'm on cam. There you go. Everybody's on cam. The problem is I can't. It's weird because I'm running this Streamlabs thing, StreamYard OBS, so it messes up the StreamYard camera. So I'm having to juggle.
Yeah, once you've got OBS on it, you seem like camera don't get used. Won't allow it, will it? Yeah, I have the same problem.
So, anyone have anything else other than sex robots? I think we covered that.
Yeah, man. I can recommend this liquor here. This bottle.
Oh,
it's from Denmark.
What is it? Whiskey? What?
No, I don't know what it is. It's like a special drink.
Ooh.
Let me put the
tequila.
It's called. Hold on. Let me. I'm still fucking. Yeah. It's called Navimer from Denmark.
All right. What kind of what is it? Is it a port or what type of alcohol?
It's a 97% alcohol.
97%.
What's that, rum or something?
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Yeah, Navimer. It's called. It's fucking awesome. It tastes great.
Does it taste? How can you taste this 97%? It's just fucking acid.
Get some spirit. Yeah, get some fucking. What do you call it?
It's awesome, but you need to get into it slowly. It has a great taste, and I use it to put cannabis in. Then extract the cannabis. And then mix it in a cocktail with whiskey and other things. And
then you go and do graffiti like that. Fair play.
Yeah, then I basically start seeing things and making things.
That's insane. That is insane. 97. No, I mean I've had absinthe, and that's like 70%, and that stuff is like a cactus going down your throat. It's horrific. It's just like, and there you go. There you go.
40.
Yeah, 40 is like standard. 40 is like most alcoholic drink. That's like normal human being level.
Let me get a little taste of it. Let's see how it goes.
Doesn't look like no ordinary man down there.
Yeah, dude, how is it that you're not dying when you drink that stuff? That's gonna be.
He's one of them giants.
I swear to God, that's gonna be like battery acid.
It puts balls on your chest. No, I mean hair on your balls.
It probably burns the hairs off your balls. It curls them up.
It cleans out, It cleans you out inside, really deep.
Yeah.
Up to your butthole.
I can imagine it. This is a major detox. Major. I don't think there's anything left alive inside you.
Here we go.
Now, man, I'm at the moment tonight. I'm not even drinking, but I do have a drink which I finished fairly recently. But it's just a water bottle now. but it's great whiskey, especially the 18. The 12 is good, but the 18 is even better. Single malt. But
Well, I don't discriminate. I do white liquor and I do brown liquor. And holding on to this brown.
You're fully diverse.
I love Jamaican rum.
Oh, is that Jamaican rum? Oh, nice.
And it's apple tea.
Yeah, big up, man. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers, guys. Everyone. Okay.
Yeah, it turned into a drunk show after all, man.
It did, and I didn't even advertise it as such. It just,
I even got a little bit. It just came.
It just came that way. Okay, guys, I do have this Paul Joseph Watson video which I was going to react to. So if you guys want, we can watch it and then we can all give our opinions on it. It's Paul Joseph Watson's videos are really funny and good. So I know that it'll be funny. But just let me get everybody's thing.
Well, I'm transracial, so if you see me put up my other side of me, do not judge me, Banksy.
That's all right. Let me get this.
I'm trans-demonic, man. Don't be scared. Okay.
Okay, you guys can see that, right? Awesome. Let's go.
Yeah.
Remember the autistic teenage girl who was pursued to her home by police and then dragged out of it in handcuffs for saying an officer looked like her lesbian grandma? Yeah, well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Get a load of this. The same police force responsible for that farce, West Yorkshire Police, hunted down and interrogated an elderly woman in her own home for a thought crime so beyond the pale it will make you shudder. The elderly woman, Eve, took a photograph of a sticker that said keep males out of women-only spaces. Call in the SWAT team. This is the offending sticker in question. This! And she didn't even put it there. Out for a walk, Eve, who is in her 70s, saw the sticker posted on a trans pride poster outside of the Happy Valley Pride organisation. She thought it was interesting and snapped a picture. Then 4 weeks later, she gets a knock on the door from 2 male police officers, saying they were investigating a complaint on behalf of Happy Valley Pride because of the sensitivity for members of the LGBT community. They'd apparently given CCTV of this dangerous thought criminal and her home address to the cops, and for the hateful act of taking a photo of an inanimate object on the pavement outside a building on a public street, the woman was given a 30-minute lecture and warned about the, quote, harassment and alarm this sticker could potentially cause the community. Note how this particular thought crime, defacing a party poster, is literally lifted directly out of that bit in the 1984 movie.
Thought crime is death. Thought crime does not entail death. Thought crime is death itself.
Many hours of my free time encouraging my agents to deface party posters.
I mean, I know Orwellian is an overused cliche, but good God! Despite acknowledging that no crime had been committed, the incident was catalogued as a non-crime hate incident by West Yorkshire Police, which basically means that if there's anyone who claims to be offended by anything, then it automatically gets logged as a hate incident and must be investigated. Eve noted that most burglaries in her area do not result in an in-person police visit.
Hello. Police, please. I think there's a robber in my house. Could you come quickly? I think he's armed.
Of course. We'll be there right away.
Help, he's attacking me. He just shot me. Help me, I'm dying.
Bear in mind, this is in West Yorkshire, which has the second highest crime rate in the UK, with violent crime, actual crime, continuing to rise. Bear in mind, just today, the Home Secretary is again having to promise that all thefts will be investigated by police, because in many cases they're just not responding to them. Latest figures show that only 3.9% of residential burglaries result in someone being charged, and even fewer, 1.8% for vehicle theft and just 0.9% for thefts from the person result in a charge. In the vast majority of cases, they can't even identify a suspect. Express a whiff of dissent towards the alphabet people, though, and they'll be round your house in a heartbeat. Can you believe I'm 40 years old? Where did all the years go? A horror.
He's got adverts. Hold on. He's always plugging the shit. Okay.
Or scrub twice a week. Boom! Clears. And even in winter when your skin suffers one moist looks of skincare that's corporate brand is sponsoring this option. Now back to the video. Let's not forget, cases like this are still commonplace. Nearly a year after the Home Secretary told police chiefs to focus on tackling actual crime and not enforcing politically correct speech codes. And they're still doing it. They took no notice whatsoever. And if you think this is an isolated case, ooh, I've got 2 more zingers for you. Conservative councillor Anthony Stevens was arrested and held in custody for 9 hours. Wow, must have done something really terrible, right? He tweeted a link to a petition asking people to support another councillor's right to express his Christian beliefs. Send in the SWAT team! During another unannounced police home visit, Stevens said that police showed him his own tweets expressing support for Councillor Lawal and asked him why he supported the petition. Lawal himself had committed the cardinal sin of offending the alphabet people by writing, quote, "When did pride become a thing to celebrate? Because of pride, Satan fell as an archangel. Pride is not a virtue, but a sin. Those who have pride should repent of their sins and return to Jesus Christ. He can save you. Forget SWAT. Send in the military." Stevens was also interrogated for sharing a video showing a Christian preacher being arrested in London for Islamophobia because he read Bible passages in public.
Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the life. Don't take my Bible away from it.
Preacher, Oluwole Ilsami, was later awarded £2,500 for wrongful arrest after a Labour Party commissar reported Councillor Stevens to the police for tweets sent to his, checks notes, 76 followers. He was arrested for a hate crime. Frankly, it was frightening and no doubt intended to be so. I was then arrested and humiliated in front of my wife and children. Even if the police had legitimate questions to ask me, which I'm yet to hear, there was no need to ambush me in my own house, arrest me, search me, keep me in the cell for the whole day, interrogate me or confiscate my phone. You'll live to see horrors beyond your comprehension. And how about another example? A Twitter user posted a thread expressing concern about a man who dresses up as a baby, sucks on a dummy and wears nappies because he's been visiting local schools to do one-on-one therapy sessions with kids. The Twitter thread contained general information that was all publicly available, but the author was swiftly contacted by Northumbria police because his thread caused, quote, a lot of negative comments. The Fair Cop organisation then responded by reminding Northumbria police that, quote, "We do not have precogs and you're not starring in the Minority Report, that people aren't responsible for comments made by third parties on social media sites, and that Article 10 of the UK human rights law includes the right to be offensive. Yeah, you may have been burgled, you may have been violently attacked in the streets, but at least you can sleep soundly at night knowing that crucial police resources are being devoted to patrolling responses to social media posts." We're only talking about these 3 cases because the people involved alerted news outlets to what happened. Think of the thousands upon thousands of cases that never make the media. We're literally living under an institutionalized system of politicized thought policing, where the people, who are so oppressed that their flags adorn every major city now basically year-round, can claim you offended them, then sick the police on you for disagreeing with their opinions in the form of retweets, taking photographs on public streets and posting information that's publicly available on social media. And even as the police say they don't have the resources to deal with actual crime, and while actual crime continues to soar across the country, you'll get a home visit for suggesting there might be some issues with men being in female-only spaces, and you'll be interrogated for having an opinion shared by the majority of the population.
Damn. Okay, guys. So what do we think? Is this some fucked up thing or what?
I never really liked Paul Watson. He used to work for Alex Jones, didn't he, back in the day?
Yeah.
Since he went on his own, I've not really followed him. He does alert you to some good things though. He's not all bullshit.
That's what I mean. I'm more interested in what was discussed in the actual, or highlighted in the actual video rather than him himself. But so what do you guys think about, because I actually posted a video that I found on Twitter on I think one of my last shows, where these young men were just literally stealing bottles of wine off the shelves of a co-op, just just it wasn't daylight, but it was like, opening hours and like mid evening, and he was just there with his rucksack, just pouring them in there, and then just walked away. That's it.
No one said a word.
Just fucking walked away. I just couldn't believe it.
Everyone's scared to break that political correctness bullshit. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like there's openly people are stealing, and there isn't a police in sight, and yet you tweet something, and they're knocking on your door.
Yeah, stick a sticker on them somewhere or whatever. You can get accused of sticking a sticker on your door.
Holy shit! No, she didn't even stick that sticker.
No, she didn't even do it. No, she just took a picture. That's all
it was someone else's sticker. She just took a photo and I presume posted it on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. And by the way, I've been posting a whole bunch of shit far worse than that on Twitter. I'm not even getting any attention for it, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm not going to lie to you, but.
Prophet, do you want to speak? Or something?
Yeah. Banksy, what's up, dude? Go on.
I'm doing some of my magic, man, from the great bank in the sky. I'm blessing all of you with my chakra in my hand, giving out love and energy for all of you.
I love you too, man.
I'm just doing the Lord's work.
Let me.
Finally, it was time, it was a feel to me.
Yeah.
To open myself up on the show today,
There you go. Come on, everyone. Come on. Let's just give the touch Jesus. Jesus is just touch the screen and you'll feel Jesus.
Touch the screen, children, and you will be revived.
Touch it.
Touch it. Touch me. Say that you love me. Love me. Say that you need me. That's a codependency kicking in. You need me. Yeah.
Just Jesus coming through. Jesus coming through to us all.
Kumbaya.
Shows up on TV today.
Kumbaya.
Who said that they're going to change the police and more jobs?
Sorry, Dan. What was it?
That woman today, I've got a chief, the police woman today. She come on the booking. Was it a counsellor? I don't know. One of them come on TV today and said, "Oh, we need to stop the police putting these jobs to one side. They've got to start picking these jobs up and going with them." So, well, surely these waste of time, these jobs, this sticker bollocks on the sign.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's a waste of time. That's fucking pathetic.
It's embarrassing. I think it's really embarrassing that the British. This is the state of the British police service. People are literally. I mean, there was admittedly, I will give him this much credit. When there was these raids going on in Oxford Street, the police clamped down pretty quickly on that, because similar sort of things have happened in America. I saw one in I think it was Chicago, where they went into a Chanel or was it Gucci store, and they just started walking out with all the bags, all the suitcases. They just basically just cleared out all the bags and suitcases and stuff like that from Gucci, and nothing was happening. I mean, I thought these stores had security. Not a damn thing.
Well,
they just strolled in there, grabbed all the bags, walked out. It was like 4 or 5 lads. And I mean, the Oxford Street stuff, and I think that's what spawned the Oxford Street stuff, because they were doing it in America and they were getting away with it. So people in London, young TikTokers in London, decided to do that as well. And don't get me wrong, some of it is for clout as well, because they post this crap on their TikTok accounts, apparently. So it's kind of a trend. They call it a trend. So they do these things to go viral. But most of them are going to end up in prison. Because they're literally stealing now. You're not just taking the piss. It's not a prank, bro. It's actual theft. You've now gone from TikTok clout and prank to actual criminal activities. It's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was talking to a guy yesterday at Speaker's Corner at Marble Arch, and he was telling me about how much money these TikTokers make, especially these guys who do these TikTok lives, and you know how they got these weird stickers and shit that people buy for them. Yeah. It's hundreds of thousands of pounds. It's not. Yeah, it's like some people apparently could make like $10,000-$20,000 out of
And I
one
don't get it,
live
Banksy,
stream.
because there's not many adverts on TikTok.
No,
I don't get it. How they're getting funded? How they?
I mean,
I don't understand
obviously TikTok is funded by China, for crying out loud. TikTok has
Well, yeah,
has
but,
the
I mean,
CCP funding it.
It might be controlled by China, but who's actually paying out these people? Where's the money coming from for these people? There's not much advertising on there, is
Well,
there?
no. It's just that these guys who are on TikTok, if you're doing a live show, for example, these stickers, you have to pay for these stickers in your own money. You have to buy these stickers to give to your TikTok fan. So there are live people in their live chats who are buying these stupid stickers and are then gifting it to. So no, the people themselves are paying. The fans are paying for these things. But of course, there's like other advertising and all sorts of other things people do on TikTok, which constitutes a whole other sort of level of advertising and a whole other stream of revenue for the TikToker, depending on how big you are. But from what I've been hearing, there's a lot of money to be made in these TikTok streets, and these guys some of them are raking it in. Modine is fucking killing it apparently on TikTok. He makes a serious amounts of money, $10,000-$15,000 depending on the live stream and how long he does it for and stuff like that. It's crazy. I'm not joking. Modine has like 180,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
So yeah.
How did you get that from TikTok? Speaker's Corner, just doing that sort of stuff.
Well, no. I mean, Modine's life is like a train wreck. It's like a car crash, and he just live streams his degenerate life.
Right, he's like a vlogger then. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen, and I'll be honest, a friend of mine keeps sending me this shit. I'm like, stop sending me this stuff. It's fucking up my algorithm. And all I get is fucking Modine shit come up now because I click on your shit and then it gets logged with the algorithm and then my algorithm starts promoting, it starts putting fucking Modine shit in front of me. I don't want to watch this guy. But the stuff that he sent me was crazy, like just insane stuff. One time Modine live streamed for like 2 days, almost non-stop, and he would just put the phone on the side and go to sleep on his bed, and while he was asleep on his bed there was a mouse running around underneath his bed, like in and out of his bed underneath, like horrific fucking lifestyle. It is literally a car crash, and that's what people like though.
What's he do with his money then if he's still living like shit?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm presuming there's a shitload of it goes on prostitutes because he loves prostitutes. And now he calls it mutter marriage, but they're prostitutes, dude.
Mutter marriage.
just because you say a little prayer before you stick your dick in, that doesn't change the fact that she's a prostitute. I'm not joking. He says this is all mutter, this is all legal, this is all halal. Because we said a prayer and we got married, and then I gave her the $200. And then we divorced. So he's been married and divorced like probably, upwards of a couple of thousand times. But that's what he does. He loves prostitutes. And I'm presuming majority of the money is on prostitutes. But the rest, food, I would imagine. Have you seen? No. Oh my god! Someone sent me a fucking I'm not even. I honestly, I would say to you,
I've
people.
I've seen that what's his name? Mo Dean, the one you put on your channel where he's in the speaker's corner. He gets shot down by Sophia. Is it Sophia?
Oh yeah, Sophia Lewis. Yeah.
He got shot down by her. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, that's brilliant. But the thing is, there's a video of him cooking, and I think it's all done obviously for comedic effect because he. Instead of chopping the onions, most people we know chop onions on a chopping board with a knife. He bites the onion and spits it into the pan. It's just poo. And that's, it's the most repulsive shit. And then a friend of his comes in later on, and he tells the friend to taste the food. That he's just like cooked, and you could see how he cooked it on video, and it's like, oh, you nasty man. Sorry, Janet, what happened? You posted you just cammed up with some milk. What's going on, my love? Milk and donuts? Chocolate milk. chocolate milk and donuts.
Proper American, that ain't it? Proper American.
That's classic American milk and chocolate milk and donuts.
And you have to disrespect the food you were talking about. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Not be on camera eating.
I didn't want to gross you out by.
I've just been eating edibles. My mates give me some edibles.
And yes, I like chocolate milk. I don't like white milk. If I'm racist, that's so
If I go all quiet, you know why.
So you like a bit of that chocolate milk? I like chocolate milk too. I don't mind chocolate milk. I like vanilla milk and chocolate milk. Sometimes.
Yeah, I like strawberry.
Sometimes I like strawberry.
Have some ginger power, man, in case anybody needs some recruits for Islam. I have ginger power.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's ginger smoothie. That's that's
it's
good,
awesome.
man.
It's a lot of energy in ginger, man.
That is good stuff. That is good stuff. It's good to see you, Banksy. It's like it's a whole new experience for me watching you.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen somebody in years, only hear the voice, you imagine some look, and that's why I waited so long, to keep the mystery going, unveiling, the insanity.
Well, I'm gonna come on camera and say I love salt and pepper look.
Oh, nice. There you go. I think you got a shot there.
Yeah, he's rocking that.
You got a shot there, Banksy.
Yeah, let me do the blue steel.
Now there you go. There you go. He's got the.
American before you know it, darling. Don't you worry.
You're rocking it. Yes.
Yeah.
I swear, dude. I gotta come over to your end of the world. We gotta go out drinking. I haven't done any micro dosing or any shit like that, but I'm happy to do drinking.
Yeah, let me feel out when it's time, because my energy is pretty powerful in person, on the internet too. And and I can send anybody some electromagnetic energy if you want to feel my power.
Send it to Janet. Janet's all about that.
Yeah, it's about Reiki energy. I'll send it to you right now.
They don't even know why they hate me. They just hate me, darling. And
I'll send you with my hand, with this portal. And you just enjoy it, it will be a little peaceful, a little bit powered up.
I'm receiving it. Oh my goodness, I'm receiving it. Oh my God.
It will touch your heart area, your chest area.
This is a family friendly show, people. Keep it chilled.
No, Banksy. This energy stuff is real. Even if you don't believe it, and I send you will feel it.
I'm taking it. I'm taking. There you go. There you go. Take it, Janet.
Okay.
Take it all. Take it all, Janet.
Now it's going to Banksy. In your left ear. You feel it in your left ear coming in. Yes.
I'm feeling it. Yeah, it's right here.
White. Look how
right here.
white.
Skin hot.
Look at the power. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. That is white right there.
I'm all about it, man. I'm all about that energy. What time is it? Oh my goodness, guys! Unfortunately, I have to go to work tomorrow, and
it's done, man. It's done.
And the clock is.
It will stay with Janet for 4 days. It will stay with Banksy for 3 days to heal up the energy system in your body. The nerves, endings, and the electromagnetic spectrum. You all have electromagnetic body, like the earth and plants and animals. So
damn right.
This is that spectrum.
Well, it's only 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, take care, everyone. It was nice meeting you. Enjoy. God loves you.
Yes.
Even if you don't believe in it, there's someone up there who loves you.
Thank you.
Always love you. Always show respect.
Janet.
Take care, Hawks, please. Everyone, the chat.
Janet, are you? Take care, Banksy. Thanks for coming, my man. Janet, are you doing a show tonight or later on? Do you want to tell us where? No shows.
No, not today. Probably like Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
All right. What time do you normally do your shows?
2 p.m. So it's 7 your time.
7 UK time. All right. So Thursday, Friday, guys, check out Janet's. Janet, do you want to put your link or some whichever link you've got in the? I think you're an admin, aren't you? You can put links, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just drop the link in so everyone can click it if they. So you guys, keep an eye on Janet's channels. I know you have quite a lot, but generally the main one, whichever is the main one.
Right, I'll jump out. Banksy, nice one. Empress, see you later.
Thanks, Danny. You're
Cheers, mate.
amazing. Thank you for coming.
Everyone in the chat, thanks, man. See you later.
Cheers.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Awesome. Yes. Drop the link, my darling, and we'll catch you. Was it Thursday, Friday, and we'll come over and we'll hang out in the Wonderland. That is awesome. Janet's Wonderland.
It's called Hollywood. Yep, it's called Hollywood now. We're all in Hollywood.
All
so
right.
let's go.
Nice.
Actors.
Nice. Lovely. All right. Thank you, my love. Oh, and there goes Janet. And this thing has gone crazy. Yep, there we go. All right, guys. That's another one for the Banksy show. I'm gonna try and take excerpts from this one and also my yesterday's 5-hour epic fucking stream and put it on Hafiz Reflects. So yeah, go over there and subscribe. Pretty much the same thing. Go over to Janet's Hollywood and subscribe there if you want to catch that show on Thursday, Friday. I have scheduled a show for Thursday, but I'll be honest, that was like a tentative one. I wasn't 100% sure. So I'll see how things go because I have a few things that are going to happen on Thursday, so I may not be around. Or I might just do a show from the streets. I don't know. But I just put it out there just in case. Either way, thanks everyone for coming. Love you. Thanks, Banksy. Thanks, Danny. Thanks, Janet, for jumping on the panel. Guys have been awesome as always. And that is all we have for everyone here. I am looking at another song from the Children of the Sun to play us out. Children of the Sun or Willow Wolf, which is PC Barnes tracks. Go to Bandcamp and buy a copy. It's not even that much. It's like a few quid. Thanks, Sahasi. And thank you everyone in the chat. Reanimator, Sleeping Buddha. Who else was Izzy, Fat Loba. There's so many. 5T3. Actually, I saw 5T3 giving me so much shit yesterday in the live stream. Just constantly mocking me. Mucker North. Who was it? There was a great. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Bless you for posting all that. Purple Pill Effect. Big up, Purple. Thank you for coming. And yeah, I think I've covered everyone. Sleeping with yeah, I think. Yeah, anyone I missed, I apologize, but I love you all. And yeah, I'm gonna pick the next song and just play us out. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe on this one, or just click the like button on your way out. It just helps the algo promote a little bit, although I'm despised by thy Google, thy overlord, the Googles. But either way, it helps. And also, yeah, go over to Janet's and also Hafiz Reflects and just do your thing there, guys. Thank you for supporting. Try and get another show in this week. Peace.
Mountain before me invites me to climb the path leading higher, taking my time, reaching the summit and touching the sky. I called to the mother and heard her reply, and she said to me, "High and low, wherever you go. From the highest of mountains to the forest below. Near or far, wherever you are. From the heart of the ocean to the far distant stars. She calls from the forest, her secrets within. She knows where I am going, where I have been. Standing in shadows, her light shining through. In the darkest of forests, I'm always with you. And she said to me, high and low, wherever you go. From the highest of mountains to the forests below. Near or far, wherever you are. From the heart of the ocean to the far distant stars. Of blue, in search of an island so far out of view. Riding the waves with the tide ebb and flow. In dreams of the ocean, I'll go where you go. And I'll be with you, high and low, wherever you go. From the highest of mountains to the forests below. Near or far, wherever you are. From the heart of the ocean to the far distant stars. Gazing at time through the heavens above. Now into this journey, the story of love. Spirals of stardust are made up of you. You're always with me as I'm always with you. And I'll be with you, high and low, wherever you go. From the highest of mountains to the forests below.